Hi, and welcome to Granada. Welcome to Alhambra and the Generalife Palace. Let's start with the fact that Granada is without a doubt one of the most attractive cities in the world. Apart from its rich historic and monumental heritage, it also enjoys a healthy climate thanks to its privileged position between the fertile plains and the foot of the Sierra Nevada at an altitude of between 680 and 850 meters, making it a clear, light-filled city, neither too hot nor too cold. Moreover, history has left a clear mark on Granada. The fact that it has been a melting pot of different cultures, the setting of ethnic and religious conflicts with its inevitable social and economic consequences, combined with the historic events and its geographical position, has shaped and conditioned the character of its people, who are more relaxed and introverted than Andalusians, generally speaking, through their nature enriched by measured courtesy. Granada seems to have had contacts with cultured people, even since prehistoric times. The earliest historic contact on record, however, is linked with Turnodulus, one of the most civilized of the Iberian tribes, who produced coins in which Granada received the name of Iliveri. Primitive Iberian settlement later introduced into contact with the Phoenicians, the Greeks, and the Carthaginians. The arrival of the Romans at the plains of Granada was a key moment in the history of the province. The future city of Alhambra became a Roman municipality, and it was here that San Cecilio founded in the year 62. The episcopal see, which just over 2 centuries later would host the first Catholic council in the Iberic Peninsula. Ancient Iberis, the Romanized versions of the Iberian Iliverir, grew in importance under the Visigoths until reaching the height of its splendor with the arrival of the Moors, whose entry into the city on the Darro was encouraged by the Jews dwelling in the district known as Garmata al-Yahud, from which the city's present name is derived. Around the middle of the 8th century, the Moors, by now well established in Granada, made ancient Castilla their capital, changing its name to Medina Elvira. It remained provincial capital from the region of Omeyyad Abderrahman, 19th century. To that, the Zavi Benziri in 11th century, but it was when the capital of Cordova began a period of decline, corroded by the internal strife, that Zavi Benziri, a courageous Omeyyad viceroy, converted the Granada territory around the Sierra Elvira into a kingdom. Not long after this, in the year 1013, the capital was transferred to what is now Granada, installed in a flourishing city and making the beginning of a long period of history containing many moments of great splendor, which was finally ended by the Catholic monarchs on the 2nd of January 1492. Granada continued to grow in size and beauty under the domination, firstly, of the Almoravides, who took over power from the Ziris in the year 1090, and later the Almohades took over. Over this long period of domination, the Moorish influence penetrated into every corner of the city. The most glorious period of the Moorish Granada began in the around 1236, when after the Christians' conquest of Cordova, the city of Darro and the Genil became the capital of Moorish Spain under the rule of the new Nasrite dynasty. The Nasrite reign of Canada, whose territory stretched from Murcia to Gibraltar, became the last redoubt of Islam in the Western world. And it was precisely during this period of splendor when refined Moorish taste and art created the architectural marvel that is the Alhambra. For those of you that don't know, Alhambra means the red one. In the 1492, the peaceful occupation of the city meant that the Castilian conquerors received a typical Islamic city in which various well differentiated zones could be distinguished. But soon after the Christian conquest, the city underwent successive modifications, altering its urban structure. Moorish buildings were demolished to make way for new constructions. Squares, streets, and gardens were opened up. New styles such as a late Gothic Renaissance mudéjar developed by Moriso Christian converts and Baroque were imposed. Later it became necessary to demolish the walls in order to allow the expansions of the city. Historically, Granada destiny has always been intimately linked and general events in Spain. One of the most outstanding events here, however, was the city's uprising against the invasion of the Napoleonic army, which led to the execution of the young local heroine Mariana Pineda in 1831. Over time, the city grew both in size. The population now stands at around 240,000 population and in industrial and commercial importance, becoming established as the capital of Eastern Andalusia. Local communications have been greatly improved in the recent years, and Granada is now connected to the high-speed train network. Moreover, Granada is also a center of intense cultural life, which revolve around the university.
During winter time, start to grow. In spring and in summertime is when it covers the ceiling, preventing sunlight to come inside and to heat the construction. Pasa si quieres, delante de mí. Sí, vas solo con este grupo pequeño, puedes pasar si quieres. And with the fountain, with the fountain in between, it also creates a humidity microclimate that refreshes so much the hot sensation that we reach in the Grenadian summers. Because not every day, but in summertime, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 days a year, we reach 50, 52 degrees, 130, 35 walks. But yes, anyway, your house fresh in Granada is useful. And that's why in the most part of the medieval massive constructions you will find a patio with a fountain that
Telling her that the fountains, the Arabs, it's so common.
Well, they created it. They came up with that.
We came up
Come up with everything.
summer or weekend spice.
and the number 0.
No, that's Indian.
This Indian guy came up, created the number 0.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No.
Universities. We came up with universities, hospitals, Iraq.
Come on. She's getting a text message. You hear that noise? Yeah, it's Wi-Fi restricted here. It's part of the castle.
Los embajadores, ¿no?
In that place, enjoy your pictures, and meet me in that one.
Bardzo budowy będzie to potrafiła.
It's a craziness, man. Where is she? Ah, okay.
That's the fruit because Granada is the tree that works with almost every fruit. Naranja, orange, naranjo, orange tree. Manzana, apple, manzano.
That Granada means pomegranate.
Bit crazy to see all the oranges around there.
Then they enter, Africa. They occupied,
Das ist hier Gelände, Landschaft. Ja, das ist dann alles aus Germany. Ja, das ist doch gut, dann kannst du mit dem landschaftlich nehmen, machst auch mit dem landschaftlich. Du machst das ins Bett. Da kann der zu weit.
Alhambra. What does that mean? Anyone know?
No.
It's a color.
Yo no sé.
There you go. Red.
Red?
That's
Red.
what Alhambra means.
The most accurate
I know Alhambra, not Khamra.
The red one.
Khamra is
That's
here.
what Alhambra means.
It's actually funny that.
Greeks. I know they are thousands of Greeks laying on the floor. Recycle, of course. If you do that today, get a bill. But you don't have a budget to get a bill. But again, we need to understand the history of and that's what happened here. Between the 1812 explosions, the century being abandoned, and the village.
¿No dormí? ¿Y papá? Ya, ¿y si la pareja te da? Pues no era la que falta el inglés para trabajar.
Ja, ich glaube es nicht. Weil irgendwie habe ich mir diese Führung etwas anders vorgestellt, dass ich A, mehr Zeit habe zu gucken. Sierra Nevada.
¿Qué me cuentas?
Lo he nombrado yo.
So cool, huh? The way they cut them.
Machen wir da ein Foto runter.
This house was a super powerful and rich family, and their surname is
So, ein bisschen kippen. Andere Richtung. Ja.
Ja, ich versuche immer schon, die Leute
Ja, ja.
abzuschneiden.
Mir ging es darum, dass man den Zweig und den Tom da dahinter drauf. Deswegen die kippt mehr hin. Jetzt musst du gleich dein Ticket rausholen, damit wir da weiterkommen. Weil der Himmel ist geil zum Fotografieren.
Ja, es geht halt nur mir halt um diese weil das ist
Ja, ja.
the central part of the Alhambra is the part that you can visit every day, ticket or anything, and that includes Joseph F. Palace, the Alhambra Museum inside, the hammam when they open it, and the temporary tomb of the Catholic king. Spanish government. And it's always done in heritage buildings like this one. In this case, San Francisco's convent by the order of Isabel and Fernando the Catholic Kings. They turned this into their residence. The 18th century abandoned, just like the rest of the complex, and in the 20th century it was so in ruins. They decided to transform it into the hotel we have now. But although then it was a palace, then a convent, then abandoned. Also best in Granada, not cheap compared to the rest of the prices in Spain. One coffee is €4. You have a villa, but one beer, one coffee, once in a while. You can afford that, I tell you, because it has a garden. Favorite choice is the terrace of the restaurant, okay? So you know where it is. More houses from the high class living in the Alhambra, and now we are reaching the city center.
AISV.
These were all the luxury items were made and sold.
That's a nice shot that we will be able to do today if we wanted to stay here. I mean, there's no reason, except for it's going to rain.
Watch out, there is a van coming on our backs. Can you move to the side? So in the left side, we have the Andrapor shops. Here on the right side, we have the hammam. That are at the back. It's complete, not functional anymore, but we see full warm sauna and massive room. You always find a hammam during a settlement, usually that one, and unfortunately it gets closed. Construction done over the ruins of the main mosque. Here, usually, what they did was to transform the mosque into churches by changing both doors, put a cross and a bell. But this was not, because Isabella Católica's intention was to construct Granada's cathedrals here. So they destroyed the original mosque. Then they realized there is no space for a cathedral here, so they decided to take them down and instead build this smaller, more sober Santa Maria de la Alhambra. done in the 16th century, before 16th century, sorry, when we have palace. And I introduce you Fatima, she's probably the friendliest cat. So, for 16th century, as I just told you, what we have here, is we have the oldest part of the Alhambra, by the way, the porches and the opposite corner we come from. They have I'll give you the break, and if they don't have the dancing palaces, I will say goodbye inside of the Alhambra.
Son ya las 1:30. Ahora me voy a dar pasada.
A ver qué, escucha. No sé, ahora me apetece una cerveza. ¿Dentro de dónde? Puerta del vino.
You all got it? So, in 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna say goodbye or give you the break. You will let me do this slow. This is the meeting point for the ones with palaces and passing the out on your right side the toilet. Here, right? Black Jose Garcia. The patron I told you.
I'm not sure which part shows this.
Some. I know, baby. You can't spell, right?
Ahora ya, una vez, como cada tiempo entra, porque ahora me saltan.
We just enter a trap. So what they will do is to run out. Zigzag on your back. They would fill this with water because they wear armors and it's not like any of them know how to swim. They would basically stack on the bottom while the water level went up until they drowned.
Yeah.
Stand by the wall and still leave a little hallway in case the rest of the visitors want to access back. Good. Try to stand on the wall. There is some more space there, some more space here. Just with leaving a little hallway so the rest of the visitors can pass by. It's more than enough. And I stopped here because I wanted you to fully understand the defensive structure of the Alcazar. We've seen the pit with the guard dog. I'm just kidding. That could be filled with water, right? And now we are just in the middle of a funnel entrance. They call this a funnel entrance because it was designed to force the enemy to enter slow. How? You stop in the first right angle with a really, really long spear, 2-3 meters, so 6-9 feet. In that way, I reach you with my spear, but you don't reach me with your sword, right? So from the first corner, I stack the enemy on the hallway of the entrance. If the enemy approaches, I move to the second corner, and I use the first one, a battering ram that could help us to open. And even if we do, you will see there are 2 more corners inside of the door, and in the second one you have a hole on the ceiling for another bucket of boiling water, just in case the first one wasn't enough. Yes, there was a bucket of waste.
Erzähl ich dir gleich, ne?
And you think you got away?
Ich bin nicht mehr
Die
aufnahmefähig.
redet wahnsinnig schnell.
Ja, erstens mal das.
Imagine they're dry. Imagine you don't have no metal boots. Like during the...
Ja.
And we have to remember that that soul is
Eso al no tener una arquitectura buena, digamos, como la de los palacios, pues avanzan en tiempo y se van desarmando. Eran casas pues muy normales, porque eran de los soldados. Entonces se van derrumbando y se ve que como los cimientos normalmente son más fuertes, pues queda sobre